Let's hope it's true. Tee-hee. Well, now it's just a matter of getting OBS to play nice with me. Maybe. Sometimes it gets a little silly. Well, I'm gonna pull up my phone so I can see the comments. But yes, good morning or time zone or whatever it is. I don't have the right to complain about waking up at 4:30 because I did this to myself and just myself. And can I manifest it into the UK? Sure. Good morning. Okay. Well, I think the stream's going. Oh my gosh. I've been found alive. I've been found on my live stream. Okay. I can totally navigate using technology, guys. Just trust. But yeah. Hello. I just rolled out of bed. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, who's messaging me at 4 in the morning? Oh yes. Tally Hall fans. I am going to pull up Ann Arbor's 1071 and have it on the side. But it's probably, we got 10 minutes. I want to hear your guys' theories as I wake up. Hello, Ann Arbor. 1071. I mean, I have my theory in the title and thumbnail, but I'm curious what everyone else thinks is going to happen. Maybe mine's not so much of a theory as it is just really wanting stuff to happen. The things we do for our fandoms. Very true from the username Tortured Tally Hall Fan. Yes, there's the announcement for Sonic Lunch. You know, the talk of the town. Ooh, Kojum Dip is an interesting theory. I don't think I've heard anyone suggest that yet, but I mean, you never know. You never know. Tally Hall reunion would be crazy. I'm still, I'm not entirely sure on that, but you never know. You never know. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed if they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Tally Hall's playing at Sonic Lunch, but I don't think it's going to happen, but, But yeah, Rob is my theory. Speakers Lane asks, is there any news of a new song from Bora Karaja? Nothing public. We know he's working on stuff. We know that it'll come out eventually. But this is all just like, like you hear it from someone else who heard it from someone else. But we don't have any reason, not to believe that that Bora's working on things. At the LA concerts, his guitar case has a Kojum Dip sticker on it. I remember that being a thing. I was like, oh, no way. That's so cool. Antimatter says, this will not be happening, but it would be funny if in the middle of Casey's set, all the members walk on stage like it's normal and just start playing their own songs over Casey with zero prior warning. Oh my gosh, this means I'm gonna have to, I'll have to listen to more Casey Shea songs. I know there's one that has to do with a box that I don't remember, and that Tally Hall performed with Casey Shea, but, like, I don't fully recall. Elfie, I was like 3LFIE, Elfie, says Ross, Andrew, Rob, Zubin is sort of unlikely, and Bora, obviously Casey. I mean, you never know. You never know. Bora could play the bass. He might not be able to jiggle his pachickle all over the place, but, getting there. Torture Sally Hall fan says, do you think Casey will perform with other members or alone? I mean, the title of it is Casey, Shay, and More. So that gives me the vibes that he's not going to be the only one there. Now, the only, for me, I'm like, okay, at first I was like, okay, so maybe that just means Andrew's the headliner, right? Because, Andrew's the one who's been active and stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, I love Edu. But Edu is not extremely, well-known / popular. Sure, yes, just Tally Hall fans alone, there's hundreds of us. We could totally, shut down a road for Sonic Lunch if we wanted to. That was, kind of what happened with last year. But I still feel like having a Rob headliner would make the most sense. And maybe I'm just delusional because there's never been a Rob headlined concert ever. But, Not a Trampoline is pretty great. I like Not a Trampoline. And he's definitely had the most, wide success, especially outside of, Michigan. You got Shia LaBeouf Live, the Celebrity Impressions, one original song for Perfect. And just all the stuff he's done with Disney, Rob's made his rounds, Strawberry says, my mom is gonna let me skip school just to watch Sonic Lunch in my phone. That is iconic of your mom. Mai says, as a French, I'm gonna explode. Star says, I've never listened to it as a Tally Hall fan. Should I? Not a Trampoline. Some people love it. Some people really do not. It definitely, Rob and Greg Tronics, who's, also worked on, Hawaii Part 2, and then he did, the musical thing that Rob was in last summer. They mixed the entire thing. It's completely independently mixed, but it sounds, very professional, kind of, on the pop end of things. But it's also not really an album that you would just casually play as a pop album because it's just really quirky. Because of course it is. It's Rob. And I feel like there's a handful of songs. Obviously I'm Gonna Win was a Tally Hall song that Rob adopted. I feel like if there's anything you're going to listen to from Not a Trampoline, it's gotta be I'm Gonna Win. And so, some people aren't quite as fond of a bit more how polished it sounds. And they're like, oh, it just sounds like a pop album. But there's a song called Flamingo, which has this guy just, chanting Flamingo in the background of it. There's a song called In Memoriam, which is a memorial song for a guy who has not died yet. Old Bike is also really fun. I mean, it's not quite I'd still say it's decently quirky. But yeah, Lonely But Not Alone, Tortured Tally Hall fan says. Yeah, that one is pretty, that one's has my heart and my tears, as in the comment. So real. But yeah, I know not everyone's the biggest fan of Not a Trampoline, but I feel like the songs that people like from that album are definitely bangers. But yeah, I'm Gonna Win is the one where if you have not heard it, you have to listen to it. Star says it sounds like something Lemon Demon would make. You have the bizarre, internet, popular on the internet musician type music. So, but yeah, you got Lawnmower from Lemon Demon, that kind of totally different sounds of music, but gives the vibes of Flamingo, maybe. I don't know. But yes, hello. Antimatter says, you're manifesting Rob. I will be manifesting Will. Will Wood? Will Wood at Sonic Lunch? Moon says, I'm manifesting all of them. I had like a really vivid dream, not last night, but the night before, that it just said Tally Hall on the headliner, and like it was not elaborated on any further than that. Like there was just no additional explanation given, and everyone was freaking out. I have a lot of dreams where Tally Hall comes back. Alright, I'm gonna press the listen live button on Ann Arbor's 107.1. That's what it's called. We got a few minutes, but I'll just have it kind of quiet. Maybe
Connection,
if it plays.
Opportunity, possibility. It's what we all
Wow.
want. Spectrum
Where do
has
I
built a world
turn
where anything
it
is
down?
possible. With products and services designed to work better together for a seamless
I
connectivity
can't wait for
experience.
Spectrum.
A connection to family and friends. A connection to education.
Okay.
And a connection to
I
new
have it
opportunities. So there's no
turned
limit
down,
to
and I'm just gonna mute it for now. Oh my gosh. Antimatter says Will Wood and Neil Ciceriga and Jack Stauber and Tally Hall and Good Kid and AJR at Sonic Lunch. Oh man.
Clock,
Oh my
and we
gosh,
are
they're
moments
talking a
away from
little bit.
announcing the Sonic Lunch headliners, the Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch concert series happening again this year, and you are about to learn who's all the headliners are.
Wow, I can't
Also,
wait.
B-52's in the spotlight for Feature Artist Friday, and now it's Lucy Dacus, her latest Ankles on Ann Arbor's
Okay,
107.1.
now I'm muting it again. They were just like, it's almost 8 o'clock, guys. Let me turn it back down so I get to listen to some cool music in the background. But you know, please be here, Tally Hall. You never know, never meant to know. Anyways, as this song is playing and I have it muted right now, I'm going to share my delusions as to why Rob has to be a headliner. Again, I can be totally wrong, and then I will just get to be an absolute goofball. But something I thought yesterday, and I didn't really process it before, is at the LA shows, you know, when Rob came on stage with Andrew, they were playing that, you know, they played Perfect, one of Rob's songs from Not a Trampoline, and also the one that, you know, became the viral YouTube video. Obviously, Rob was not singing in impressions because the impressions were faked. Anyways, you can tell I am not awake right now. Anyways, something I realized was, wait, they had all of the, like, backing vocal tracks, you know, timed to the music and stuff, and, like, they're getting used to it, but I was like, that would be a lot of work just if you're going to be playing that song twice. I mean, you totally could set up all of these backing tracks and things, you know, it's kind of similar to how there's the, like, the button Andrew has for Taking for a Ride for all of the other tallies to sing. But I was like, wait, that takes a bit of work to maybe kind of put that together. So that's kind of was my, like, they're at least going to play Perfect again, in my opinion. And it would make sense for it to be at Sonic Lunch, because I can't imagine what else, you know, Rob would be doing it. Hi, Peridot, in chat. Come on, Rob. Fish in a Rob Cantor time? Is this fish in a birdcage reference? Yeah, they'll wait until the song is done. So we're just waiting. Rob needs you. All I need is you. Arctis says, for some reason, I am now just thinking of Hot Rod Duncan. Honestly, real. I hope Hot Rod Duncan is there. You know? Antimatter asks if Peridot Person is still being watched by Rupert Grint. Always. Anyways, yeah. So here's my dream Sonic Lunch lineup. Zubin would be great, obviously. I just have no idea if that works with the schedule. But if it's basically the LA show with also Ross and Casey Shea, that would be pretty cool.
Cumulus Media Station.
Oh, nope, they're playing another song. They are playing a song. Alright, well, I'm gonna mute it again. Oh no, is my stream lagging? I hope it's not lagging. We'll see. When's the announcement? After they play the songs, probably. I think they're just getting ready in the studio right now. I don't know. I'm tuned in. Yeah. So I'm manifesting Rob. I realized I left my plushie. I have my like display case. And he's still trapped in there. But we'll just have my Among Us. We could pretend he's Rob, Dennis says, I stand by your side, live would go nuts. I know. That would be like such a like specific like because it's written for this random Netflix movie that I have not seen. But, it's the more newer Rob things. There's also, we've had the pictures of like Rob in the studio. Like, is he cooking? I don't know. Arias says, I'm about to go down to Michigan for like 2 weeks so I can actually like hopefully see some of Tally Hall and Rabbitology. Heck yeah. There was kind of part of me that was hoping they would be like whatever was happening would be on the same day. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I know Sparkbird and Rabbitology had a collab for Prey Birds. It's Prey Birds, right? I don't know. It's 5 a.m. I don't have any brain cells. Plumber says, they're playing games with us. Yeah, probably. But then also just they might be getting set up and they're like, oh yeah, just put another song on right now. We'll be back. I know Star's like, stop playing music, just tell us he's gonna be there. I'm scared. Like, they just, they're just jamming. But I mean, I've never been in a studio for a radio show, so like, but I kind of imagine if you're like still trying to get set up, you're like, oh yeah, just throw another song on right now, it'll be fine. Also, good morning or good time zone noodles poodle. I'm like, wait, it's a good morning for me. It's a good day for me. But I know we are not in the same time zone. I am very tired. Among Us. Wait, I'm gonna flex my extremely signed Among Us as we wait for this song to wrap up. It's been signed. We've got Schaefer James. We've got Andrew Horowitz. I am not showing this to the camera. I got distracted. We've got Bora on the top. We've got Jiraiya. We've got Will Wood. And we've got Jessie from Jukebox the Ghost. And she also squeaks. She's a tatted up Among Us. Oh, they're talking.
B-52s with Rome and Lucy Dacus, her latest ankles before that. Now B-52s, of course, in the spotlight for Feature Artist Friday. And we didn't really have a great reason for picking the B-52s today, other than we're thinking about summertime. And B-52s are a wonderful summertime soundtrack. And, of course, Feature Artist Friday sponsored by Bank of Ann Arbor. It is 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Scott Vertical. And it is time. I have a couple of very special guests in the studio with me to help me announce the headliners for Bank of Ann Arbor's Sonic Lunch 2025. Please welcome to the studio Matthew Altruda and Tim Marshall from Bank of Ann Arbor. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in today, guys. It's so early.
It is early.
Really is.
Yeah. Did you bring me? You didn't bring me
But
donuts.
none of us slept last night.
No. Yeah, we were talking about that off the air. We're all very excited about this announcement because, like, it's a big deal, And I know the city of Ann Arbor and the surrounding area appreciates that Bank of Ann Arbor puts it on every year. It's so much fun.
Yeehaw.
A free concert. Liberty Plaza every Thursday, just about every Thursday throughout the summertime at 11:30. Before we get started, I wanted to make sure that we thank the other folks who were in the room with us while we were planning all this. Martin Van Dyke was in the room with us. Mark Copeland, our program director and afternoon guy, and Heather Herman from Bank of Ann Arbor. All of us were in the room together, hashing these things out, helping figure out what it's going to be. And we've whittled it down to a nice chunk of stuff. Tim, do you have don't give them away yet, obviously, but there's a couple on here that you're pretty excited about, right?
I am super excited. And again, just kind of following your gratitude and thank you. It's just it's always such a great experience to bring our group together and work over the last 5 or 6 months. And like you said, to start with a list of 100, 150 potentials, and then just to keep whittling it down and working on routing and working on who's going to be in the area. And of course, Matthew being kind of the leader and the most focused as part of our Bank of Ann Arbor team and Sonic Lunch team, just does such a marvelous job of pulling it together. And I always enjoy him popping up to my office and saying, "We got one. We got we finally got the contract." And the energy and enthusiasm that Matthew carries about Sonic Lunch and the bank is just second to none.
Yeah, and you can feel it every summertime. My favorite thing that happens here. Since I started working here, Sonic Lunch is absolutely my favorite thing.
Well, you've been such a great addition to us, Scott. You have a lot of fun. You get caught up in the energy. Your socials are always amazing.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, enough about all this. People are like, okay, enough. Who's playing? You're going to take us through some of these, Tim. So why don't you get us started? The 18th season.
I think the first one is kind of it's a big one, and I liked on socials. Biggest. I liked on socials when we announced that Joe Hertler was going to be the opener, and I had a couple of my friends who live out of town saying, "Hey, I think I'm going to be there on June 5th," and it was like, oh. I can't tell them.
Right.
You're making a good decision. So let's get to the bottom of it. We're going to welcome Mike Posner, his first appearance at Sonic Lunch.
Amazing.
And Matthew, why don't you show some of that enthusiasm that you had?
Yeah. When this show came through, I was shaking because there's just over 130 artists in the world that have a song with over 2 billion streams. 71 Americans. We have one of those coming to our stage for Sonic Lunch. Born and raised in Detroit. I mean, his songs went 7 times platinum. This is something we've never even conceived. I mean, granted, we had Vance Joy, and he's on that list for having 2 billion streams, but we had him before he opened for Taylor Swift.
Right.
This is Mike Posner coming to us because of Sonic Lunch, wanting to play our festival because he was born and raised outside of Detroit. And, man, what he's accomplished, and lately with Walking Across America, his Good Feel songs now, I'm just so excited. When we originally started doing Sonic Lunch, that was 18 years ago, but 12 years ago when he was blowing up with Cooler Than Me.
Yeah.
I was thinking, it'd be so crazy if we could get Mike Posner, and it was like a joke.
Right.
And now he's playing.
He's opening the whole thing.
Yeah. Opening. We're going to be closing the street. Well, we're closing the street for every Sonic Lunch, but this will have the big stage. This is going to bring too many people. It is going to be, like I said, we're going to need a bigger boat.
Right.
Oh, no.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one, you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money...
Not my stream crashing in the middle of it. That's so funny.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one, you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
on June the 12th.
Can't do it without the Accidentals. They're one of my favorites.
Yeah.
They are such high energy fun, and the weather is, of course, going to cooperate for all of these. And if it's a beautiful weather day, seeing the Accidentals outside, they're high energy, seriously talented, and you know that Sav from the Accidentals, she's playing in Lainey Wilson's band. She's blowing up on her own. She's even been on Yellowstone, and they're coming. They're coming back. They always come back every year lately, right?
Joe heard
How old were they, Matthew, when we first had them? Were they still students?
They were teens. Lyle saw them in Traverse City, came back to the bank with a EPK press kit. He's like, Matthew, you should check out these teens from Traverse City. I was like, all right, I'll listen to them. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they're really...
and Sav's coming out with a solo album here shortly, too.
So, Accidentals blowing up all over the country, and they're going to be June 12th, the headliner. The opener is Maddie Ringo, another super talented performer, and that's going to be an excellent bill, June 12th at Liberty Plaza. June 19th is Juneteenth, and we will be having a performance. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Tim?
Yeah, I think as we laid out the calendar and saw that June 19th was in fact Juneteenth, it gave us a little bit more incentive to see how can we be part of the celebration, and so the team looked at many different possibilities, and we're going to welcome Al Bettis and his band. And
we still got time.
Matthew, why don't you tell us a little bit about how your conversation with Al went?
Yeah,
I'm excited about all of
Al's the best. This will be his third time performing at Sonic Lunch. He opened for the Warren Treaty. He opened for the Detroit Youth Choir. Just an incredible Detroit musician, a little bit of a soulful gospel R&B, kind of bluesy rock too. They jam too. Like, I don't want to say that he's soft because he's far from it.
No.
And I reached out to him, and like Tim said, we talked to a lot of artists, but then it's like, we have an artist we've been supporting and bringing up for him a while from Detroit, Michigan. I reached out to him and I was like, "Do you want to do the show and make it big?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I do want to make it big." And so I'm really, really fired up that he's going to be bringing backup singers and horns and going with his dream band for this show.
Okay.
Which we're all about. I mean, obviously bigger, faster, stronger every year. And it's just, it's one of those win-win for us. Someone that we believed in long ago that's been putting in the work and now getting tons of recognition. So Al Bettis, incredible voice.
Headlining on June 19th. Who's opening for Al Bettis, Matt?
Ark Lacey.
Okay.
Who... when I reached out to Al, I was like, "Who do you want to open for you?" And
cool.
Ark Lacey's been on my radio show, Tree Town Sound. And,
is that a plug?
That's a plug. That's a plug. And sang backup. So she's singing backup with Al, but she has a new album too. And man, tremendous voice on Ark Lacey.
Really tiny.
Well, that's going to be a wonderful celebration on June 19th at Liberty Plaza. Again, we're counting down, announcing the Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch headliners, and let's do one more before we hear a song. June 26th. What's happening, Tim?
Well, Scott, it's we're welcoming a band that every year we wonder if they haven't gotten too big, and will this be the last year we can get them? And so they're always one of our first calls as to how's your schedule look this summer, and what are you thinking about possibly Sonic Lunch? And we're just happy to announce that Michigander will join us for the sixth time, and we hope there's more in the future. But certainly they're blowing up and just on a real roll, and so we feel super fortunate to welcome Michigander back.
Yeah, he's based in Nashville these days, and he's kind of blowing up all over the place. He's got the new album out, just came out, and so he's touring with big name bands, and it could again, like you said, this might be one of the last times we get to have him because he's going to be too big. But I similar to the Accidentals, Michigander, Sonic Lunch was my first experience with Michigander as well, and just blew me away. Jason's confidence on stage and the way he just like owns the stage and owns the crowd in a good way. And when he invites everybody to be there with him, and he makes sure everybody's having a good time. And I've said it before, and it might be, I don't want to be overstating it, but it's got a Springsteen vibe, like a Bruce Springsteen vibe. Well, like he makes sure everybody's having a good time. He's controlling everything on the stage, and he's so confident and puts on such a great show. I cannot recommend Michigander enough on June 26th. Jake LaMond is opening for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jake plays guitar in Michigander's band and is a great solo artist, too. And we announced Jake LaMond opening. Everyone's like, oh, we know who he's opening for.
How did these people figure some of these bands out? It's
figured it out. And I'm super excited for Michigander.
Yeah.
He sold out St. Andrews last time through town. Going into the season, I was like, all right, this is the season we don't have Michigander. But Jason Singer, who is Michigander, loves us.
Yeah,
and like we put him on opening up for Mount Joy.
Yeah.
And after he opened for Mount Joy, they loved him. And that fall, they had him open for him. So like it just being just a tiny bit part of his rise and story, just literally that's what we're all about.
No, it's
couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Such a nice guy as well. So let's do a quick recap. So let's go backwards. June 26th, Michigander with Jake LaMond opening. June 19th, Al Bettis with Ark Lacey opening. The Accidentals on June 12th with Maddie Ringo opening. And then let's go ahead and hear from the artist playing the very first Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch for the 2025 season, June 5th. The opener is Joe Hertler. The headliner is Mike Posner. This is his latest single, Beautiful Day. It's Ann Arbor's 107.1.
Muting the music for now. Beautiful day, a good day even. Oh, man. No, they're all excited about their music, which is cool, but I'm not awake enough for this yet. I'm gonna play Minecraft. I'm gonna play Minecraft as we wait. Oh wow, that is red. That is really red. If you have, oh my gosh, sorry, my brain died again. If you have me added on, not Steam, it's Xbox. Awesome Jedi E. Plumber says, their set was so cool last year, I'd recommend it to anyone who's able to attend. I'm assuming that was in Michigander. My stream is just extremely lagging. Oopsie. But yeah, they seem cool. So I think, oh my gosh. The Ross loss. No, it is Ross loss. Sorry, got distracted by the chat. But it's loss as Ross U2's. Is this Ross? Ross loss. Okay. If anyone wants to play Minecraft with me, if anyone wants to play Minecraft with me as we wait. Wait, add me on Xbox. Awesome Jedi for Bedrock. LOL. I think this is the world that I did last time on a stream, maybe.
Taco Bell.
Not
Luxury
again.
is having a choice between Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Craving boxes. It's luxury because there's no wrong choices. There's just right cravings. So choose your Lux Cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra.
Okay. Now I'm putting on mute again because it's more music. Woo! Taco Bell. Oh. Did it just die? I don't know. Nothing. Someone asks, hi, I'm back. What did I miss? Absolutely nothing. Except my stream failing and being a hater. Oh no, it froze again. Man. Taco Bell mention. Where's the sheepy? I wanted a Home Depot ad now, except I have it muted so you don't have to hear that. I still have like the red dot on my stream. That's so bad. Why does it hate me? Man. There's just a bunch of ads playing right now. Also, someone said they'll play Minecraft with me. If you add me as Awesome Jedi E, then let me know what your username is on Bedrock, and I can add you. Oh man, my stream is so laggy. That's so goofy. Man, I need to like beat up my internet service provider. /J. This is a joke for legal reasons. Stan's letter. All right. Stan's letter. Oh man.
Easter essential.
Oh, nope, still an ad. Ad. Okay. I've requested to add Stan's letter. Cool, yeah, if you let me know what your username is, I can add you back. Oh my gosh. There's so many ads. It's been like a solid minute of ads, but you know. Okay, I'm going to invite Stan's letter to my game. Teehee. Yippee! 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 Turned to stone. Alright. I will add you. Turned to stone. Add. I have added you. Okay. Add. We've got the the M Blaster. Wahoo! Added. Okay. I'll add Android Mac 2560. Okay, I've added you. Now I'll see if I can invite. Oh no, I'm dying! Ah! Not the zombies. I'm just going to dig a hole. No! No. No! Leave me alone! No! I'm just... Leave me alone! Leave me alone! I don't want to die. Okay, I got really distracted by not dying. There's still ads playing, by the way. Okay. Invite. I've invited another person among us. I am dying. It feels like flying. Oops, I don't want to die. Go to my name tag. I don't see your name tag. I'm so sorry. Okay. Invites. Okay, I'll send an invite here. Add friend. Maya's Just a Drummer asks, I need your opinion. Should I learn electric guitar or bass guitar? I feel like bass might be... Like, you could definitely play a lot more songs on the electric guitar, but I think bass guitar would give you a kind of a starting point.
107.1, and we are expecting it to be mostly cloudy today, breezy with a high 57. Nope, high 78. Right now it's 57 degrees. There's a lot going on in here today. Tim Marshall from Bank of Ann Arbor, Matthew Altruda, also from Bank of Ann Arbor, and Treetown Sound, and Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch, and all things Ann Arbor, here with me in the studio today, talking about Bank of Ann Arbor's Sonic Lunch. And we've already announced June 5th, Mike Posner, June 12th, The Accidentals, June 19th, Al Bettis, June 26th, Michigander, and now we come to July 3rd. Tim Marshall, President and CEO of Bank of Ann Arbor. Who is playing on July 3rd?
Well, it seemed only appropriate to get one of our favorite artists to complete kind of the July 4th celebration weekend.
To help kick off the big weekend.
Kick off the big weekend. And who better playing his 18th Sonic Lunch than our great friend.
Who could it be?
Leik Al-Sadi.
Yeah, he's back. He always puts on such a good show. And was it last year that it rained on him, like halfway through?
A little bit.
Yeah.
He kept on going.
He kept on going.
Leik doesn't get wet.
No.
That was, I mean, Leik's the best. He's a master guitarist, virtuoso. As we know, he almost won The Voice. We're thankful he didn't. And he's just, Leik just crushes. Like, if you've never seen Leik and you walk up on him singing and playing, you're like, why is this person not the most famous musician who ever lived? I mean, tasty guitar grooves to just relentless jamming. He's been a part of us from the beginning, and we take care of our own, and Leik's been great to us, and he always delivers. So people come to town every year for Sonic Lunch to see Leik. It's just the way it is.
And it'll be great for the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
It's a great way to kick it off for sure. Yeah. And then sometimes he goes long and you're like, wow, dude is
for real
kicking it. He doesn't want to get off the stage.
Which means some of the offices in the neighborhood won't be banging on their windows, I thought this was only supposed to be an hour and 15 minutes and Leik's going
we've calmed that down in the last couple of years. But you're right.
He loves playing. So.
There was like a year he played like 3 hours. Yeah. Leik will go forever. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, and you can feel that love of the music coming off the stage. And opening for Leik is Judy Banker, another great Made in Michigan artist.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We love Judy, and it's great to have her. This is her debut and at Sonic Lunch with the last name Banker. It obviously makes total sense. She's a local banker, local musician.
Yeah.
So, we're excited to have her for her first season.
Yeah, and she's really, really active in the local music scene as well. So I know that all of the Made in Michigan artists know who she is.
Oh, of course.
So July 10th, the following week, another Made in Michigan artist, a couple of them again. Tim, what do we got going on July 10th?
Joining us for their 7th Sonic Lunch concert. an artist that I connect to, because there's always there's always an evolution, or there's always this is kind of the direction I want to go for this summer.
Yeah.
And it's great to welcome back May Earlywine and her band, and she has, similar to Leik, has just always really delivered for the summer concert series.
Yeah, and quite often she'll bring along a guest or two. We can't guarantee that will happen. No, you can.
No, we won't guarantee it, but
there's a good chance.
It's going down for real.
She has so many friends.
She has so
that just
many
love
friends.
to join her.
Yes,
and
it's true.
it just makes for such a big celebration on that Thursday Sonic Lunch Day.
Yeah, and she's great. She's prolific. She's constantly putting out album after album after EP after EP. And May Earlywine from Big Rapids just going to crush it at Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch, and playing the opener, the Rebel Eves, who I was introduced to last year at Sonic Lunch.
They're really special.
Blew me away.
Yeah.
Absolutely blew me away. And so if you are looking for like maybe one of the top ones of the summer, it could be May Earlywine and the Rebel Eves. And that is July 10th. Okay. I'm going to let you guys handle this one. It's kind of a big one.
It's kind of a big one. And
July
it's
24th.
It's one that every year I ask Matthew about any chance we could get a return, and so we're going to welcome back for a big concert, their second time at Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch, the Record Company.
The Record Company, very cool.
Yeah, I mean the Record Company's power trio, a little bit of Southern rock. There's people that knock on your door. There's people that kick it down.
Yeah.
The Record Company's kind of like kicks it down. They're not a jam band.
Right.
Man, they jam. They're extremely in the pocket.
Yeah. I
Just
mean,
fantastic, man.
and they've been on stage with John Mayer and Nathaniel Rateliff. I mean, they're huge. Who's opening for the Record Company?
Chloe Kimes, which will be back. She played for us probably about 2 or 3 years ago. But she just opened for Jelly Roll in Nashville.
No kidding.
Her song Coors Light just went viral.
Wow.
So this is like, she wanted a headline, and like she's flirting with that.
Yeah, maybe next year. Who knows?
Maybe next year. Yeah. So it's a perfect pairing. I'm really excited about this show.
These are big shows, man. Big shows. And then July 31st. This is a big stage show. Tim Marshall, what's happening July 31st?
Well, we're going to welcome on July 31st their first appearance at Sonic Lunch. Philip Phillips.
Wait, the Philip Phillips?
The Philip Phillips. I think we know a few of his songs too.
Yeah, I think we do. Home and Gone, 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 and so many more. And he was the American Idol winner in 2012. Philip Phillips from Georgia. He's going to be headlining on July 31st. How cool is that?
That is too cool.
Stressfully amazing. Yeah, it's a big one. It's another one. I was just like, when it came to us, it's another reason why Sonic Lunch is so respected in the music community by agents, managers, and artists. And Philip Phillips saw Sonic Lunch, and it was go time.
Yeah.
So it was really exciting. That was one of the days where I ran up to Tim's office. It's like, we got this.
That's awesome.
There's no meeting I'm in that is more important than an announcement such as we just confirmed Philip Phillips.
True.
Right. And that is July 31st. Who's opening for Philip Phillips?
Ben Goldsmith.
Okay.
And this is an artist that, big agent, big manager, like 20 years old, never heard of him, from New York. They reached out to me. They're like, hey, is there any way Ben could maybe headline? And I was like, I listened to him and I was like, oh my, like this kid his voice is incredible. He actually is going to come in on July 30th and play with you on your radio show.
Oh, all right. Good.
So you have to know him a little bit better.
Good
we
for the
haven't
heads
told
up.
you that yet.
I was going to take off that day, but now maybe I'll be here.
Ben Goldsmith could be the next generation John Mayer.
Wow.
Like, he literally, the sky is the limit. Like, when his agent reached out to him, I was like, this kid is so good. We have to get him. What do you want to open for Philip Phillips? And they're like, yes. I was like, let's go.
Let's go.
Give him an offer they can't refuse and they won't. So Philip Phillips, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Are we going to have enough room in the park for this one?
Big stage, yeah. Get there early.
Yeah, we're going to do our best, just like we always do.
So to quickly recap, we've got July 3rd, Laith El Sadi with Judy Banker opening. May Early Wine on June 10th with the Rebel Eves opening up. The Record Company on July 24th with Chloe Kimes as the opener. And July 31st, Philip Phillips on the big stage with Ben Goldsmith opening up. We're going to go ahead and hear from a couple of these folks. Let's do May Early Wine. It's Made in Michigan music. She's playing Sonic Lunch on July 10th. It's Ann Arbor's 107.1. This is Creature.
Okay. Man. The invite didn't work. Bro. Let me try again. Okay. Send you invites. Is there someone else? Okay, because I'm trying to invite these two. No. But there's a polar bear. I'll just keep spamming the invite button, maybe. Yeehaw. Oh, nice. I'm totally stealing your XP here. Ooh, some arrows. Neum. Okay, yeah, dry joke process is unable to connect to computer, try to restart it. That would be my recommendation. Technology is just silly sometimes. You know what else is silly? Waking up at 4:30 a.m. for the Sonic Lunch headliner announcement. LOL. I'm just gonna build a really cool base right here. Really cool dirt base. I just need to find where I died with all of my wood. Not yet. Soon, but not yet for announcements. Man, I can't believe I'm frozen again on this stream. Can I do the ping? Ping. Cheats aren't enabled in this world. Hello. Welcome to my dirt base. I need to find where I died.
One.
Oh, no. More music playing. I thought they were gonna go back to talking, but that would be a foolish assumption of me to think that we would be there already. Let me try inviting people to the game again. Mining away. I don't know what to mine. I'll mine this anyway. In this Minecraft day. So beautiful. Mine further down. What's that I found? Mine diamonds. Mine diamonds. I don't remember where I died in Minecraft. So far, I've got 2. Where did I die? At least this music is jamming. I don't have it playing because I don't want to be copyright claimed or striked right now, but it's jamming. Oh, there's polar bears. Polar bear babies. I am really lost. Okay, let me try inviting. Oh, there we go. We have... You just spam the invites again. Send 3 invites. I can't remember where I died. When he died.
Philip playing Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch July 31st as the headliner. May Early Wine before that with Creature. She is playing July 10th at Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch. And that's what we're doing right now with a big announcement. I have here in the studio with me Matthew Altruda, Tim Marshall from Bank of Ann Arbor. And this has been a lot of fun, guys. But there can't be any more good, cool announcements that we have. Could there? I mean, we've already announced like Philip Phillips and the record company and Laith Al-Sadi and these big names. There's no way that it can get any better.
They can't see us shaking our heads.
Yeah.
But it's, I hope everybody's enjoying it as much as the 3 of us.
I think they are because we're ready. This is it. This is the one that is going to break the internet in half, right?
Can we say thirds? Can we say the August 7th?
August 7th?
Appearance? Kind of a cult favorite.
Yeah, oh yeah, we can. We can. We absolutely can.
And I
if
we just had to have them back. They played last year and just tore the place up and to welcome back Andrew Horowitz. And what do we call him? He's going to bring some friends. Is that how we're characterizing
that is
it?
Exactly how it's going. We didn't want to just say Andrew Horowitz. We wanted to say Andrew Horowitz and friends.
Horowitz and friends.
What does that exactly mean? People are listening like, what does this mean? Yeah. Well, Andrew Horowitz is one of the brainchilds and founding members of the band Tally Hall, which we all know and love from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And since Tally Hall has evolved, they've gone viral, and they've become, one of the biggest cult bands literally in the world. They're like stacking gold records now, and all of them have different jobs. No one was really planning on Tally Hall becoming famous again, but no one was ever planning on not playing. So, the band has never broken up. It's always been on. They've always just been Tally Hall.
Okay, all right.
Very similar to a lot of bands that don't want to play shows. They all have their own lives and families, and them coming back to Ann Arbor and doing the show is extremely incredible. I'm good friends with Andrew and Ross and the band, and we wanted to do something different. So Casey Shea is opening up the show.
Was that kind of a giveaway on socials? Were there some people out there saying, "I know who's going to be the headliner"?
Tim, this is what's going on with this show. No one really is going to know what is exactly going on unless they're at Sonic Lunch or streaming it. This show will also have a different kind of layout than other Sonic Lunch shows. It's not a variety show, but it's kind of, I'm not going to say it's an internet show. It's live on stage.
Right.
There's going to be different things going on. There could be multiple bands, some other surprises that people will not be knowing. Will all the members of Tally Hall be there? You got to come to the show.
Yeah.
So we're just saying Andrew Horowitz and friends and Casey Shea and more. If you want to come and see who are there, come and get excited. But Rob and Zubin played with Andrew in LA recently, and Ross and Bora played in Seattle. So as we've been teasing this on socials and building up to it, the momentum is there, and people that tend to doubt it. But
how about the lines last summer to meet the band?
I had never seen anything like that before.
600 people.
Yeah.
Just waiting in line, and it was a hot day.
Yeah. Well, there should be more this year, Tim. This is a cancel everything and buy plane ticket show if you're far away. And it sounds like there's going to be a lot of cool things that day.
Yeah, it's almost like the way you described it, it's almost like Sonic Lunch Plus.
It is.
Plus steroids.
Yeah. And, this is what Sonic Lunch is all about.
Yeah.
Like, we are part of the Michigan music scene. We're part of the local music scene. We help local artists make their rise. And people want to become a part of it. And, we've done Joe Hawley at Sonic Lunch opening for Junior. We've done many of the members through the years. And just having this show, they're coming home to see their family, too. So it's like, does Ross want to come home, play the drums, and see mom and dad and bring the kids? Of course he does. Yeah. So August 7th, Sonic Lunch.
It's going to be a big one.
Andrew Horowitz and friends. Wink.
Wink, wink.
That's going to be amazing. Make a plan to get there very, very early. August 7th, 11:30, Liberty Plaza. Next week is another, again, we're finishing off a lot of big ones. August 14th, what is happening, Tim Marshall?
Well, this was one that came on our radar screen, and we were
so delayed. LOL. I hope it doesn't skip over the announcement. That would be really funny. I just unfortunately don't have the greatest Wi-Fi, I guess, because it's in. I would imagine it would be less used at I'm just watching my own stream. It's 20 minutes behind. That's crazy. That's really crazy. It's been in the red for so long. I think it's dead. I think it died a long time ago. I think I need to put my stream to rest. It is 20 minutes behind.